Oh, Lord.
Technology, you gotta love it. Okay, there we are, live on both cameras. Hi, everybody. Saba Hochek, Victoria Bell from Self Empowered Minds, and we're here today to talk about. I said Victoria Bell, didn't I?
Well, I'm from Virginia. I am a Southern belle.
You didn't sound right. Victoria Wells.
I'll go with it.
Don't know where that came from. So we're here today to talk about intuition. 15 minutes to strengthen your intuition. And our topic today is about, is it an intuitive thought or is it an intrusive thought or an invasive thought? So how to distinguish between the two. That's what we're going to be focusing on, and how to trust your intuition, how to listen to it.
And a little bit about how fear gets in the way.
Yeah.
Fear can really monopolize our thoughts, and getting past that roadblock that we create in our minds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So why don't we talk first about the fears, and then we'll move on to the difference and how to distinguish between the intrusive versus the intuition.
Yeah, well, I like to think of fear and all those jumbled, repetitive thoughts in our mind in a certain. I like to compare it to something that maybe some of you have been through or been a part of, which are those escape rooms. And they're entertaining, but they can really get intense. So the scenario or the idea behind an escape room is that you have people, which you may know, some that are strangers. You get locked up in a room, and you're given a sort of clue. It's a cryptic clue, but you don't have to be a genius to necessarily solve it. They're not. These people come from all different places. Now, so the clue tells you where a key is to get out of the room. So you have people of all different personalities in this room. Some people are they're hell bent on being the leaders, and they're telling you, yeah, I know exactly what this clue means, and they're sending you on a wild goose chase, right? You've got people that get really frantic and think that the room is essentially going to blow up if they don't solve this puzzle. And then there's a person who just takes their time, thinks about the clue for a second, and then solves it, because it's really not that difficult if you quiet your mind and just think about it for a second. What does this message mean? And they decipher it. They go over to a drawer and pull out a key, walk over and unlock the door. So, but people can get super frantic because they keep overthinking this, overthinking the worst case scenarios. And that's essentially what a lot of people do. Now you have the intuitive message, which is the clue that you're given. It's essentially the answer to the puzzle. And you've got that person who just very quietly listens to it, thinks it out, and then unlocks the door. But what are those other people? They're the jumbled thoughts in your mind that create fear. And they're other people's input, other people's opinion. And that's a lot of time where fear comes in, and what blocks out intuition. When you keep listening to other people's opinions and don't go with that thought, that message that comes to you.
Right. And that's coming from, it could be fear of rejection, fear of judgment. So in that escape room, that person was saying, I've got to be the leader. They're worried about if they're not finding that key, then people are going to judge them as not being the smartest, the best, whatever.
Yeah, it's really, I hear it all the time. That's what really prevents a lot of people from listening to their intuition. It's fear of being judged. It's really that need for affirmation from other people.
Yeah. So, and now, of course, the question is, when you get those messages, how do we distinguish? You're in the escape room. My intuition is telling me I should check that box over there? Is it your intuition? Or is it that invasive thought saying, figure out something, you're going to be judged, you're going to look like an idiot if you don't find it? So, how to determine the two of those? With an intuitive thought, it tends to just, it comes in gently. It's not so overpowering. And that's why